Welcome to the Artsakh Moot Court Cases video, Standing Tall for Armenia. This is the Artsakh Rises, the Guardian Moot Court, the 2026 edition, where we are standing tall for Armenia. Our core belief is encapsulated in this quote: "If Armenia did not stand up for Artsakh, then Artsakh now stands up for Armenia, for its history, its dignity, and its right to exist." This video explores the Artsakh cases, an initiative by the World Affairs Council of Austin to bring these critical issues into a legal framework. The Artsakh Rises program guide details a comprehensive legal education experience. It includes a 6-week curriculum unit, moot court simulations for legal advocacy, and civic leadership training to empower youth. In this program, Artsakh transforms from a victim to the guardian and advocate. Students will argue historically grounded cases covering cultural genocide, humanitarian law, forced displacement, and state responsibility. The Artsakh Rises Moot Court is a high-stakes legal simulation addressing issues like cultural erasure, blockade, humanitarian law, forced displacement, and international failure to prevent these actions. Artsakh stands up for Armenia. The program's purpose is a high-impact legal education experience. Students argue cases involving cultural erasure, blockade, displacement, and state responsibility, with Artsakh serving as the guardian, witness, and advocate. Student roles include counsel for Artsakh, counsel for the respondent, and judges. Each role has specific responsibilities, ranging from building case theory and delivering oral arguments to evaluating legal reasoning and factual grounding. The official courtroom flow begins with the call to order, followed by the petitioner's oral argument and the respondent's oral argument. The final words are the petitioner rebuttal, followed by the judicial conference and decision announcement. The legal foundation of our case involves the legal history, treaties, and the collapse of the First Armenian Republic from 1918 to 1921. This provides a legal and historical analysis of sovereignty and illegality. We provide teacher resources connecting the World Affairs Council of Austin with Artsakh, blending civic leadership with geopolitical awareness. Key precedents include the Artsakh case, which confirms the invalidity of the Treaty of Kars. The Tadic case establishes international law primacy. The Kosovo advisory opinion supports the legal personality principle. This program integrates history and legal concepts, fostering critical thinking, team research, and persuasive legal advocacy among students. One historical example covered is the failure of Britain to support Greece in the Greco-Turkish War. This demonstrates how external support, or the lack thereof, greatly impacts regional conflicts and stability. This video presents the Artsakh Mock ICJ preliminary hearing case, an initiative by the World Affairs Council of Austin. Case 1 focuses on cultural erasure and genocide. Artsakh's legal assertion aims to stop extraterritorial data mining and mass surveillance, which violates territorial sovereignty and facilitates the systematic destruction of cultural sites. The preliminary hearing for Case 1 concerns the legality of mass surveillance and data mining practices, highlighting data mining and Artsakh in the legal context. Case 2 addresses cultural destruction and identity erasure. Azerbaijan is engaged in edugicide, targeting churches, kachkars, and cemeteries. The removal of Armenian inscriptions is a strategic attempt to render a civilization historically untraceable. The preliminary hearing for Case 2 covers genocide and cultural destruction, framed as Artsakh versus Azerbaijan, concerning cultural heritage protection. Case 3, going back to the start, focuses on UK legal accountability. The UK's failure to uphold the 1920 Treaty of Sèvres constitutes a primary breach, creating a legal vacuum exploited by Azerbaijan. The mock ICJ preliminary hearing for Case 3 is Artsakh versus UK, addressing the historical breach of treaty obligations. Case 4, Sovereignty and the Prohibition of Force, argues that international law dictates a treaty signed under duress is invalid. Armenia and the US cannot unilaterally extinguish Artsakh's sovereignty. The mock ICJ preliminary hearing for Case 4 is Artsakh versus Armenia, focusing on the lack of legal standing to cede Artsakh's territory. Case 5, Restitution of Stolen Property and Reparations, demands full reparation for unlawful expropriation, based on precedents like Germany versus Poland. This includes the return of land, equipment, and pecuniary damages. The ICJ preliminary hearing Case 5 concerns Artsakh versus Azerbaijan regarding the 2023 invasion and the subsequent seizure of property. Unit 5 includes a special 10-day ICC intensive focusing on genocide. This masterclass covers forensic analysis, prosecuting dolus specialis, and command responsibility in mass atrocities. ICC mock preliminary hearings Case 6 focuses entirely on genocide, addressing accountability for grave international crimes. The Artsakh Rises program guide provides comprehensive educational resources for the mock hearings, offering materials that facilitate deep engagement with complex legal issues. This slide highlights the central concept of sovereignty in the context of the Artsakh cases, providing further legal analysis. This section emphasizes the authority underlying the Artsakh cases, serving as a foundational element of the legal arguments presented. The right to exist is a pivotal concept in the Artsakh legal framework, asserting the fundamental human and political rights of the Artsakh people. This image powerfully illustrates the core themes explored throughout the Artsakh cases video, focusing on the legal struggle for identity and justice.